This tutorial will train us how to perform descriptive analysis in SPSS. I remain Adejumolu Ashegun Ogbalu. So, descriptive analysis is one of the major types of statistical analysis, as you have several analyses which include, not limited to, inferential analysis. But in this tutorial, we'll be concentrating on descriptive analysis. So what we mean by descriptive analysis is using numbers to describe or to summarize the sample data. Sample data at the data at hand, the data you intend to analyze. And it's just aimed at describing the data you have at hand. An example of descriptive analysis include, but not limited to, frequency, using percentages, mean, median, mode, standard deviations, cross tabulation, and charts. So let's go straight into business of the day. So we'll be introducing us to the SPSS environment, which is the first thing you notice immediately you launch your SPSS is this SPSS environment, which includes the menus where you have several apps to use, and you have as well as the variable views and the data view. So that is what SPSS environments look like. So we will using the first thing is to import your data, and the data for this tutorial is saved in in Excel, and data collected from a simple survey of medical professionals on healthcare waste management. So, and in previous section videos, I've introduced us to what data is all about, the concept of data, the types of data, and the measurement level of data. So as you can see, we have our variables here, and you see the variables are categorized in nature. So this could be referred to as what we call nominal level of data. So we want to import this, and as well as we'll transform this to code where the medical professions takes order 1 to 6, where 1 meant code is a code for private doctor, 2 private healthcare handlers, private nurse, public doctor, public health handlers, and so on down to 6. So this is our data, and here is a code for the data we intend to utilize. So we'll go straight to the analysis. We want to analyze this, we want to perform descriptive analysis of this collected survey data on healthcare waste management. So the first thing for us to do is to launch we'll launch our SPSS, and immediately you launch, you have this. You launch it, you have this. So you could see we have the data view and the variables view. So we'll remain on these variable views for a while, and I will go to this our major variables we want to analyze. We'll copy it. This is the names, given names to each of the variables. And we'll move to the SPSS environment and go to label. We'll try to paste each of them. So I've just copied all. So what I will do is we'll try to transpose it so that we'll have it on vertical axis and copy what's been transposed to copy this to SPSS label section. Look at it. That's our label section. And I paste. So we have this. So these are all the variables we'll be dealing with. About the gender, we'll have to see them. And the next one is to copy all the data points. So these are the code for all our variables. These are the codes. Copy, move, copy it to paste it on the variable view. Sorry, on the data view. Paste it on our data view. So wait for it to paste. Yes, here is it. So here is it. It's still not. So we'll look. What are the codes now? You see, we'll move to the values and enter the code for each of the variable. You remember where we have here is have knowledge on healthcare waste management. 1 is yes, 0 is no. That means 1 implies respondent have knowledge, and 0 implies respondent have no knowledge. So we'll go there. We have 0, no, has no knowledge, and we have 1, we say yes, as yes, no, okay. Immediately okay that you notice that has been transformed. And the second part is a medical professional. Medical professional implies, as I said, 1, we go back to the main data. These are the ones here stand for private doctor. We have private healthcare waste handlers, and we have private nurse down. So go back home to the and label it accordingly. So we have the value of 1 is for private doctor. Sure, it's a private doctor. Private doctor, private doctor. 2 is private care waste handler. 3 for private nurse. And we have as well 4 public doctor. public healthcare waste handler. We have 6 to be public nurse. Okay. Then we have, what are the codes for the gender? You see, we have our gender to be male and female, where 1 is male and 2 is female. So we go there and use 1 as male and 2 as female. Okay, and we'll move reported cases of needles injury. So what are the values there? What are the codes we have there? Reported cases of injuries. So we have yes or no category. So we have 2. So let's look at it. We have reported cases of, so that means 1 is yes, 2 is no. 1 is yes, 2 is no. We'll go 1, yes, I have. 2 implies no. Okay. Recorded hepatitis B and C infections rate. So we'll look at what are the available codes there, 1 and 2. We'll look at the main data. See, so you see 2 implies no, and implies no, and we label 1 implies yes. So we have no or yes. So that's similarly to the other variable. We have 1 implies yes, 2 implies no. Awareness as well. What are levels of awareness we have there? 2 and 1. So similarly. So since we have these 1 and 2, they are of the same code, all we just need to paste, copy this and paste and paste. As I said, this is categorical data, and the categorical data is one of the type of examples of nominal data. Okay, so now is after we've entered, import our data. The next is to perform descriptive analysis. So the first thing for us to do is to understand, they say descriptive analysis is describing the data at hand. And the first thing to run there is to establish, to have, this is our data here, to establish, have a little understanding of what is happening among the variables we have there. So we can perform what we call frequency and percentages of the data at hand, of the variables. So let's look at the frequency and percentage of variables at hand. So what we'll do, we go to the analysis, and we'll go to describe statistics, and we'll pick frequencies. When we pick frequencies, all we need is, we need all these variables. You check. And here you can see what you have here. Look at it. Where we don't need is not this is not necessary because the data at hand is nominal in nature. As I said, it's important for you to know the measurement level of your data. But the measurement level of data will inform you the the type of analysis you can perform. So descriptive statistics such as mean, median, mode sums, standard deviations, is not appropriate for this type of data. So we'll leave it as just frequency and percentages. So you can see as well plot the bar chart and return with the bar chart, which you can just click, and you can as well prefer to use your Excel to perform the bar chart. So let's see how it looks like. Let's click on bar chart. Look at how, and decide to use the percentage or frequencies. Let's stick on percentage. I will click OK and go OK it, and let's see what will happen. So it's running. So it's waiting. Good. Here's the result. So we have a lot of, so here you see the result. There's a summary of your data. We have no missing data points. Data point we have a or data point here is 224. Good. So we have this to be, let's see, have knowledge. We have almost most of the respondent has knowledge at 83%. That's 186. So we have the medical profession. So this is important for you so that you'll be able to well, describe what is happening in the data. And you could see the profession, medical profession that attempt the survey, uh, more of private doctor. You could see them here, more of private, like almost nearly half of the respondents. That's 46. And the gender is more females. More females seems to attempt the survey. Have more females, and as well we have reported cases of injuries. You could see we have 36%, 34% of, uh, of this rate. We have awareness of waste storage in the system, in the healthcare system. You see, we are aware just 65%, which is approximately most. And knowledge of where the final deposit sites of the waste management. You see, we have most equal percentage of those that are aware, of those that are not aware. As well as regulations as well, we have majority of them are aware. So this returns with their percentages, as you can see, and you may choose to plot your bar chart using using Excel, but I prefer to use Excel in running my charts. So that is that, and you can copy this to your Excel file for edition. You can copy for you to edit. Because it's important to know how to present your analysis result. So that's another. We'll treat that subsequently. So here's the descriptive of the percentage, the frequencies and percentage of the data at hand you have. So you could see, just as I described, we'll perform one descriptive analysis as well. So another thing is based following your objectives. You might as well probe further, trying to probe further what are the knowledge. Perhaps you're interested, or what are the knowledge of uh, waste management based on their levels of professions. Like, does level of profession inform uh, medical profession? Does it inform their knowledge of waste management? You can intend to probe further. And to do that, what you use good to do is what? Move to your analysis, move to descriptive and statistics, and we'll make use of the cross tabs. And as I said, I told you another form of descriptive analysis is cross tabulation. So we make use of the cross tab where we can select knowledge to be on column, while let's look at uh, medical professions on the okay, and let's look at what we have at exact. So we don't need this, we don't need to check this is okay. Look at the statistics you can have. See, in cross tabulation, we can perform some inferential statistics. We can run some inferential statistics. We have chi-square correlation, uh, which we'll talk about later. So for now, let's first look at how we can just perform the cross tabulation without any inferential statistics. So let's look at cell. What are we expecting? Sometimes you might be interested on the proportion by row or by column. So let's leave it as, let's check by row. Let's look at it by row. That's I will explain this later, and we'll leave it. We don't want to. We can try to check observed. That's to return the frequency of it. So let's look at it. Let's see how it returns. So this is it. So what this implies is that what for proportion of medical doctor, you can see these are their returns of frequencies that's observed. In most cases, we'll rely on the percentage for better interpretation in cross tabulation. And when you look at the percentage, you look at the ones with higher proportion, and you could see that what we can see here is that in uh, among the medical professions, you could notice that majority, higher proportion of private waste, private healthcare waste handlers are aware more compared to others. And this could be as a result of, oh, they are the ones that's managing waste, so hence they must be informed on how to on waste, have knowledge on waste, healthcare waste management, and you can see you can make inference about it. It depends on what you are looking for. So this is just for us to know, oh, does it healthcare waste management, is it have any association with with medical professions? So here we cannot still we need, hence we need for further statistics to help us to know what we are observing. Is it significant? Is it what we are observing here for these private waste management handlers or waste handlers? Is it statistically significant or not? So we need all inferential statistics to do this. So as well, so what we need to do here is what we move to go back to the cross tabulation and look at it, and we can there now check statistics and pick chi-square. In this chi-square, we have two types of uh, chi-square tests. We have chi-square test of independence and chi-square test of goodness of fit. As of this case, we are looking at it as chi-square of independence and chi-square of association. We want to check if there is significant association on these two categories. So let's see. We'll return this, and yes, here's the result. So what this implies that what we could see the Pearson chi-square is statistically significant, implies that what, yes, the knowledge the knowledge of healthcare waste management is actually informed by the medical professions. That means can simply say that well, higher proportion of private waste handlers are certainly more informed about healthcare waste management than other healthcare medical professions. So we can as well perform other we can as well look at the injuries, look at other variables, questions. We can as well you can as well look at other, um, let's look at other variables in question. You can as well look at how this is based on awareness of, let's look at awareness of waste. This is awareness of waste storage areas in the facilities, disposable sites, and you can as well look at it. Let's see how it looks like. And the same way, you could look at this. Okay, here, if our level of significance is at 5%, it's not significant. But if it's at 10%, yes, we can say it's significant. But if it's on 5%, it's not significant. And you can see what this implies is that what we look at the profile, the proportion, which of them is of higher proportions, and you could see that awareness of healthcare waste storage is rampant among public nurse. They are aware. So what I'm trying to show us is that we can perform. You can once you can perform cross tabulation analysis using, depends on your variables of interest. You can as well look and make, and the moment you will perform your cross tabulations, it's important for you to make further establish what your findings. You need inferential statistics like chi-square test in order to ensure that what there is association between the category variables. So another important function there is when we are performing a 2 by 2 cross tabulations. Be performing 2 by 2 cross tabulations. What I mean by 2 by 2 consistency table. When you have two response level for your rule, for instance, gender awareness. Let's look at this. Once you have this, the important statistics to use there would be, let's look at it. So here, when you perform a 2 by 2 cross tabulation analysis, just like when we have gender as against the awareness of healthcare waste storage, yes or no. This is we don't rely on the Pearson chi-square, rather your inference, your test p-value, your decision for the association test here would be solely on will be the major statistics to use here is Fisher exact text statistics. We're going to rely on that is sufficient for 2 by 2. That's 2 by 2 consistency table analysis. So, and here instead of relying here, we relied on this and to make decision. And we can as well say that what the awareness of healthcare waste storage areas is gender informed, and we could say here that what more male, higher proportion of male statistically informed, but know or aware that have high rate of awareness of healthcare waste storage areas than their female counterpart. So that is that. We say another thing is that you can as well perform cross bar chart for the cross tabulation test. You can as well include bar charts where is provided look at it display of clustered bar chart where you can display so look at it to display. So this as well can as well be created in Excel for you just to copy and paste. Okay, so that is that for now on the descriptive analysis with with SPSS. As you can see, we make the for the featured exact statistics is only for what, for 2 by 2 consistency table. So another important thing you need to know is how to present your result. As I said, your presentation of result is very, very important. So it's important you present your result in what could would be readable and would be readable for your audience or for your targeted audience. So it's important you present it in tables just like this. And the interpretations of figures, percentage is also important. You see this from investigative journalism, and we have this where 100 down to 0% has their word interpretations and phrase interpretations. And you can see 100 implies all in phrase, and this will as well be of help for you while you are interpreting or illustrating your analysis table. Thank you for your attention. I hope you will find this interesting.